Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today, well, we're looking at something that's now quite old, has become very collectible and is becoming harder and harder to find, especially in this mint untouched condition. We are looking at the 1996 release by Monogram from their Star Trek series of model kits, plastic model kits. And this particular one we're looking at today is from Star Trek Voyager. And it is of the Kazon Torpedo, which is basically a shuttlecraft which was used by the Kazons, which were the baddies in the Delta Quadrant. Almost like the Klingons were in the Alpha Quadrant, and so the Kazons were more like knockoff Klingons, if you like. Anyway, Star Trek Voyager was a pretty new concept idea, really. So it was commanded by a female captain, Captain Catherine Janeway, and she's on the hunt looking for a missing Marquis ship, which has her first officer, Lieutenant Tuvok, who is undercover and has infiltrated the Marquis. And basically the Marquis, the ship's disappeared. It's been caught in this array that's transported it 70,000 light years from Earth, or from the Alpha Quadrant, I should say, into the Delta Quadrant. And Voyager goes on its path trying to find it, and the same thing happens to Voyager. So they end up 70,000 light years from home, and their journey, or the whole series, is all based around their journey trying to find a way home back to the Alpha Quadrant and back to their families. So a very, very popular series. It ran for 7 seasons. There was 172 episodes produced, and each episode ran for about 45 minutes approximately. The first episode aired in January 1995, and the last episode was in May 2001. Anyway, let's not digress any further. Let's get on to what we're looking at here today, which is this wonderful Star Trek Kazon Torpedo model kit. And this is the box it comes in. And it says Star Trek Voyager. And you've got the Monogram logo on the top right-hand corner. And it says Kazon Torpedo, skill level 2. And it's a photo of an actual studio model. So there you can see it. There's a little bit of age spots beginning to creep on the box, due to obviously the age of the item, being that it's now almost 30 years old. Okay, well, that's the front of the box. Now, on these model kit boxes, they don't tend to have anything printed on the back. So we're not going to have a look at the back. We're just going to drop the box down and have a look at the sides and see what we've got printed on the sides and the edges. Okay, so I've loaded the box down, and this is what is on the bottom edge of the box, of the lid. And it's got Star Trek Voyager. You've got the Monogram logo, and it says Kazon Torpedo. It says the Kazon Ogla are a desperate people, and as such, they are known to use desperate measures to attain their sinister goals. One of their more daring methods involves the use of a kamikaze-like ship called the Torpedo. The ship is literally rammed through the hull of an enemy spacecraft at a high speed in order to board the targeted ship. When the Kazon Torpedo rammed the USS Voyager, it was the first time that the structural integrity of the starship had been breached. The Kazon, after emerging from the ship, were able to steal a transporter module and escape through Voyager's cargo bay. And then, so molded in beige with display stand included. This is that particular Kazon Torpedo. So it's skill level 2, more challenging and usually requires glue. It says choose a model that's right for you. All Monogram kits are authentically detailed but require different levels of skill for assembly and decoration. These definitions will help you choose which level will best suit you. It says a plastic model can be painted to match photos on the box. Paint not included. Model cement not included. Required for assembling. Strength 9.5 inches, 24.1 centimeters. Kit containing 37 pieces. Pictorial instructions pictorial instructions provided. Assembly instructions in English for ages 10 to adult. Excuse me, the writing's very small. And then you've got the copyright information, Paramount Pictures 1996. All rights reversed, Star Trek. Related marks are trademarks of Paramount Pictures. Package details, 1996 by Revel Monogram, Inc. And their address and details there. Okay, that's the bottom of the box. Let's turn the box around the other side and see what we got printed on the other side. Okay, so I'll turn the box around. On the top side of the box, it says Star Trek Voyager, Kazon Torpedo. And there you've got images of the actual model here. You can see it printed or finished, built and on the stand. And then you've got other exciting Star Trek Voyager kits from Monogram. And these are photos of actual studio models. And you've got the Kazon ship. In the middle, you've got the Marquis ship. And on the right-hand side, you've got the USS Voyager. Let's just have a quick zoom in on these models so you can see. So that is the Kazon Torpedo, which we're looking at here. Very, very good model kit, it looks like. And that one doesn't seem to be painted to match the front of the box. Then we got the Kazon ship. Again, lovely model. And the Marquis ship. The Marquis ship, incidentally, only appeared in the first episode. After that, it didn't appear again. And then finally the USS Voyager, and we all know what that ship is, a dream ship. Okay, so that is the top side of the box. Let's just turn the box to the side and see what we got on the left and the right side of the lid. Okay, so I've dropped the box to the ends, and it's the same on both sides. It's this Star Trek Voyager, Kazon Torpedo, and again you've got that image of the studio model and the Monogram skill level 2, and it's item number 853608. Exactly the same as printed on the other side. Okay, so what I want to do now, rather than waste any more time looking at the box, I want to open the box up and let's have a look at the contents and see how the instructions tell you to build it. Okay, so I have removed the contents from the box, and this is what we got. So we got the instructions here, which are pretty much step-by-step instructions. The same description as what was on the box is on the front here about the Kazon Algar, a desperate bunch of people, and they ram the ships and so on. So that was the same as what was printed on the box, which we've already read. All the copyright information, same as what's on the box, is on the front there. You can see an image of the finished model at the top there. So Star Trek Voyager, Kazon Torpedo, Monogram, and it's kit number 3608. So if we open the first page, you've got assembly instructions. Read this before you begin. Study the assembly drawings. Each plastic part is identified by a number. Scrape plating from areas to be cemented. Check the fit of each piece prior to gluing into place. Do not use too much cement to join parts. Use only cement for polystyrene plastic. Models may be painted to match photos of a box. Allow paint to dry thoroughly before handling parts. Scrape paint from areas to be cemented. For better paint and decal adhesion, wash the plastic parts in a mild detergent solution. Rinse and let dry. And then it tells you the colours that you're going to need at the bottom here. So you got flat black, red, desert tan, purple, dark grey, ghost, green, ceramate, green bright, copper yellow. It says be sure to include the kit number, part number, description and return address. Okay, so that's all about. I'm not going to read that anyway. So it's only 37 pieces, so it's going to be a basic build. And so you can see number 1, that's the lower internal section of the torpedo. Number 2 is just adding more parts of the torpedo together. Number 3, the middle section comes down. Number 4, and the sides go on. Number 4 is the front torpedo point at the back, at the front, and the rear missile, and number 5, the actual upper engine pods go on place there, and number 6, you got the ion collectors which clip onto the side, and then 7, you've got the side fins which go on, and that's the completed assembly. And then I think you've got the little external bits that pop on to complete the model and tighten it up. And then on the all importantly at the back, it tells you what colors to paint should you wish to paint it. Shows you how to put the stand together, and yeah, I think it shows you also where the stickers go. So that is the instructions on the model kit. Now, I did open the bag because I had to get the instructions out, and this is what we've got in here. So I'm just going to see if I can pull this out very, very carefully out of the bag, which I have done. I'm just going to move the bag out of the way, and there you can see all the pieces of the model, and they're still contained all on the clips. And you've got those 2 little decals, you can see them, A and B on here, which go on the side of the torpedo, which we saw in the instructions where they go. So it's a 37 piece, as you can see. All the pieces are numbered on the tabs. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 I've counted there. Oh, 36, 37, yeah, 37 pieces of the model kit there. That's exactly what it says on the box, and you can just see what kind of shape the torpedo is there by those 2 main pieces, and then you've got the side pieces just above it there, over here, and there's part of the stand there, and the other part of the stand is here. And so yeah, I mean, it looks like a very simple model kit to put together, a very simple press fit, and then you just glue it in for added strength. Not even sure if it needs to be glued. It may just be pressed together, but obviously to keep it in position, stop anything coming off, then you do need to bond it with the cement. Otherwise, straightforward model kit. I'm sure it will look very, very good. Being that it's molded in beige plastic, there's not a great deal of painting to do. It is only the detailing of the paint that to put the paint on. It's only detailing rather than painting the whole model. So it shouldn't really be overly difficult to paint it and make it look like what's on the front of the box. So lovely model kit. And obviously you can see that although the box has got some wear and some age spots creeping all over the box, the model kit itself is in mint condition. It was in a sealed bag until I opened it to take the instructions out, and obviously as the bag's open, I've removed the pieces here for us to have a look at. Okay, so how well did these model kits do back in 1996? Well, I've got to say, 1996 was a good year for Star Trek. There's a lot of merchandise being released. So you had all of the First Contact merchandise being released from the Next Generation. You had all the Deep Space Nine merchandise being released, and now Star Trek Voyager. You had the electronic ships from Playmates, the figures, and of course the model kits. You had the Monogram ones, and there was another, I can't remember who the other brand of model kits were, probably AMT, but there was 2 different manufacturers that were making the model kits, and they both done spectacular jobs. Fantastic models, all of them. I can still remember when we had the shop, these Voyager model kits, when they came in the door, because of how popular Voyager became from nothing to very, very popular, the model kits just flew off the shelf. You had quite a lot of people that enjoyed building the models rather than buy the electronic ones. And as soon as they knew that the Voyager models were coming in, I can remember one customer coming in, he was waiting until we opened on a Saturday morning and said to me, "Have the model kits arrived?" I said, "Yep, they came in yesterday." So I haven't put them on the shelf yet, but you're welcome to come in. So he came in, had a cup of tea with us, and we unpacked them. He gave me a hand to put them on the shelf, and he bought the 4 different model kits that came in. So there was this one, the Marquee ship, the Kazon ship, and the Voyager ship, and off he went to build them. So he did actually come back and show me some photographs, and they've done very, very, very well. They did look fantastic. So yeah, to answer the question, the model kits came in, they went out very quickly. Very, very popular item, and of course they sold very, very well. So let's move forward now, almost 30 years, with 29 years. We're moving on to 2025, which is where we are today. Do these models come up very often on the platforms? Well, no, not really, not anymore. They did used to see them come up quite a lot in the early 2000s and the mid 2000s perhaps. But obviously as time's gone by, people have bought them and they built them. So there's very few floating around now that haven't been built. I don't think the numbers were quite reached that they did make for Star Trek Next Generation model kits. They were made in abundance, but I don't think there was as many of these ones made as there was of those. So maybe that's the reason why they don't appear so often on the platforms these days. I think I did go back a few years and I found 1 or 2 of this particular model kit, and probably the same again for the Marquee and the Voyager. I think I only found 1 Kazon ship, but there we are. So the answer to the question, no, they don't come up for sale very often on the platform. When they do, you need to be a little bit careful, obviously, because these kits are quite old now. And quite often when you find them on the platforms, they've been started, bits are missing or whatever. So just be very careful if you're going to buy on a platform. And also don't forget to double check what you're about to order, because a lot of the platforms do use stock photographs or stock descriptions, and if you're not really concentrating on what you think you're about to order, you could order something that is not what you are thinking you're going to get. So just be a bit careful. Or you can come to us at Midas Touch Toys Games Collectibles, where we don't believe in stock photographs. What you see in our product listings is exactly the item you will receive. If we have different conditions, then it's a completely different item. So you will not get an item that you don't believe that you're ordering. What you see on the website is exactly the item that will be shipped to you. And this particular item, as of today, is now available to purchase on the Midas Touch website. And we only have 1 of these, I'm afraid. But as of today, it's available to purchase, and you can get there very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek model kits, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful old Star Trek Voyager Kazon Torpedo model kit with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. So bye for now.